Did you know there are dresses that, instead of making you look more elegant and youthful, actually add years and dim your natural glow? Today, I'm going to show you the 8 dresses that every woman over 50 should avoid at all costs. And the best part, I'll reveal what to wear instead so your style looks fresher, more sophisticated, and truly flattering. Stay with me until the end, because tip number 1 is the most surprising, and it could completely transform the way you dress. Ready to find out if you have any of these dresses in your closet? Dress number 8. Inappropriate sheer fabrics. Let me tell you something, Queen. When used well, sheer fabric can be art. But when it goes overboard, it tells a very different story. Think about Madonna, still rocking full-on see-through looks on red carpets in her 60s. The result isn't sophistication, but rather a kind of fight against time. And we're not here to fight time. We're here to partner with it. Sheer styles that reveal too much, arms, midriff, legs, rarely do us any favors after a certain age. Instead of highlighting your best features, they tend to scream, "Look what I'm hiding," instead of admire who I am. And that, darling, is never elegant. Instead, a sheer chiffon sleeve that subtly reveals skin can be majestic, feminine, and modern. The key is to suggest, not show. Because remember, you don't need to bear it all to be unforgettable. Your mirror should be your ally, not your judge. If sheer fabric makes you feel uncomfortable, that's a sign. It's not the dress for you. Sometimes what you hint at with elegance leaves more of an impression than what you reveal with boldness. If you're enjoying this kind of advice, subscribe to the channel. Yes, we talk about fashion here, but above all, we talk about self-worth, personal style, and feminine power. And just wait until you see the next dress. It could be making you completely invisible without you even realizing it. Dress number 7. Shapeless or dropped waist dresses. Oh, Queen. Those sack-style dresses have a bad habit of making us look like we borrowed the living room curtains. And worse still, dropped waist dresses take us back to the 1920s, but without the charm of our 20s. Take Renee Zellweger, for example. When she chose a straight, shapeless dress at the Oscars a few years ago, it looked like she had lost the feminine silhouette that defines her. Her makeup and hair were flawless, but the dress stole the spotlight. That's exactly what sack dresses do. They erase your curves and your presence. After 50, what flatters you most are cuts that hug your waist and play with the illusion of longer legs. A flowy dress with a belt, for instance, not only elongates your figure, it speaks of a woman who knows exactly who she is and isn't afraid to show it. The psychology is simple. When we see ourselves with shape, we feel empowered. And trust me, it shows. So say goodbye to all straight dresses and welcome silhouettes that tell your story with class. Are you enjoying these tips? Then don't miss my ebook, More Elegant Than Ever. It's a complete handbook to help you refresh your image. Even more link in the description. And many still wear it thinking it makes them look younger. Want to find out what it is? Dress number 6. Stiff fabrics. Now we're stepping into tricky territory. Stiff fabrics promise structure, but often deliver stiffness. Have you seen Meryl Streep on the red carpet in heavy fabrics? Even with her majestic poise, those dresses end up adding unnecessary volume. And no queen wants her dress turning into armor. Stiff fabrics don't move with you, they move against you. Instead of following your curves, they freeze them. Instead of flowing, they resist. And what we're after 50 is just the opposite. Movement, lightness, freshness. Opt for fluid fabrics, like silk, crepe, or matte satin. These materials wrap around you, hug you, and soften your figure without suffocating it. They're like a gentle caress that moves with each step, making you look effortlessly feminine and refined. The psychological difference is huge. In a stiff dress, you feel trapped. In a flowing one, you feel free, and that freedom shows. In your walk, your smile, your entrance. A queen doesn't need stiffness in her clothes. Her strength is already in her gaze. But wait. What comes next is a youthful mistake that many still insist on wearing. Dress number 5. Plunging necklines. A neckline can be a weapon of seduction, but also a dangerous trap. The secret lies in knowing when it suggests and when it screams. Remember Jennifer Lopez in that iconic green dress plunging down to her belly button? In her 30s, it was legendary. In her 50s, it's still making headlines. But let's be honest, it's not exactly timeless elegance, it's boldness. After 50, very deep necklines don't always flatter, because they tend to emphasize areas that no longer have the same firmness. And instead of sophistication, they can come off as a desperate cry for attention. And that, darling, is never in a queen's dictionary. Choose instead soft V-necks or bateau boat necklines. These elongate the neck, slim the face, and flatter the upper body without going overboard. A clean neckline that leaves room for the imagination is always more powerful than an overly obvious statement. Remember, style doesn't have an age, but it does have attitude. And a woman who knows her strength doesn't need to expose it. A good neckline is like a good secret. It's hinted at, not revealed. And speaking of secrets, there's a certain fabric that could become your worst enemy. Dress number 4, youthful prints. Queen, there's something we need to discuss openly. Overly youthful prints can be as treacherous as a bad friend. Think of Sarah Jessica Parker, who shone in Sex and the City with huge flowers and bold colors. But in real life, when she wears those over-the-top youthful prints, the result isn't sophistication. It's a bit cartoonish. Too childish designs, oversized flowers, and bright, loud colors might make you feel like you're turning back the clock, but not to your best years. It takes you straight to a picnic in the park with a checkered tablecloth. And that's not the memory you want to evoke. What really flatters you are elegant prints, soft geometric patterns, small flowers in harmonious shades, or even the art of monochrome. These choices project a polished maturity and an elevated sense of style without losing their freshness. Psychologically, balanced prints convey serenity and confidence, while youthful ones often create a contrast that screams, "I want to look like someone else." Elegance doesn't need to disguise itself. It walks, it breathes, it radiates. Have you worn this type of dress? Leave us a comment. And speaking of disguises, there's a dress many still wear thinking it makes them look younger, but in reality, it takes away more than it adds. Dress number 3, mini dresses. Mini dresses. They were symbols of rebellion in the 60s, but after 50, they often tell a very different story. Look at Kylie Minogue. Even over 50, she still bets on ultra-short skirts. The result? Yes, she shows off her figure, but it rarely conveys the elegance of a mature woman walking with power. The issue with mini dresses isn't the legs, because well-kept legs are always beautiful, but the message. After a certain age, super short cuts stop being a symbol of freshness and start to hint at desperation, and a queen never begs for attention. The ideal alternative, dresses that hit just above or below the knee, which show off endless legs without sacrificing class. A pencil, cut, or an A-line skirt paired with a good moderate heel can elongate your figure and make you feel effortlessly feminine. The psychology is simple. When you choose length with elegance, the focus isn't on what you're showing, but on how you move. Remember, you don't need to scream youth to walk with style, and the next mistake may seem innocent, but it could turn your look into a full-on battlefield. Dress number 2, dresses with massive ruffles. Ruffles can be cute until they become your enemy. Do you remember when Sofia Vergara tried to wear a dress full of huge ruffles on a red carpet? Her stunning figure got lost beneath layers that seemed to compete with theater curtains. Too much volume takes away presence instead of adding to it. After 50, dresses with massive ruffles add visual weight and tend to blur the silhouette. They aim to create drama, but end up stealing the spotlight from the true star, you. And Queen, you don't need theatrical accessories to shine. The alternative, strategically placed, delicate ruffles. A small detail on the shoulder or hemline can add movement without exaggerating. The secret is balance. Just enough to add femininity, but never so much that it looks like a costume. Psychologically, when we wear excessive volume, we feel we need external adornments to compensate. But when we opt for clean lines, we project inner confidence. And confidence, trust me, never goes out of style. A queen doesn't hide beneath layers. She shines in clear, majestic silhouettes. And if we're talking about excesses, the next mistake is probably the most tempting, but also the most dangerous of all. Dress number 1, too tight dresses. Queen, here we arrive at the most delicate point, the infamous ultra-tight tube dress. In your 20s, it's daring. In your 30s, it's provocative. But after 50, it often becomes a ruthless mirror. Take Kim Kardashian. Even at her prime, those dresses reveal every little fold. And if it's a problem for her, imagine what it does for us. The issue with a dress that's too tight isn't showing curves, it's exposing every movement, every line the body naturally gains with time. Instead of projecting confidence, it shows discomfort. And Queen, you deserve to walk as if the world were your runway, not your prison. Instead of a rigid tube, opt for semi-fitted cuts in fabrics with flow. A dress that hugs your waist and gently slides over your hips, shapes without constricting. The result? Soft curves, majestic poise, and elegant femininity. Psychologically, the difference is huge. A dress that's too tight forces you to think about how you're sitting. One that flows with you lets you focus on how you enjoy the moment. A queen doesn't compete with her dress. She makes it her ally. If you made it this far, drop a "I shine with style" in the comments so I know you're part of our community of women who shine from within. What you learned today is just the beginning. My ebook, More Elegant Than Ever, will show you how to dress for your body type, choose your best colors, and so much more. The link's in the description, and only the first ones to grab it will get all the exclusive content because you deserve to look like a queen.